Shabbat Shalom. This is Daniel John Lee with Torah Restoration Ministries. It is the 18th Shabbat of the year. 18th Shabbat since the Shemitah year began back in early April. I don't know if this picture is a sunrise or a sunset, but I suppose it doesn't matter since Shabbat began last night, Friday night, as the sun set. And now here it is, Shabbat morning on this 18th Shabbat. This has been a real tough week for me. I was really struggling at work and things. But one thing that Yah really taught me is that even when there's a lot of struggles, even when things are very, very hard, you don't let that get you down. You just continue to rejoice in Him and rejoice in all the blessings that He's given you, and just allow Him to just comfort you. And last night, after the Shabbat had begun, I'd had some fellowship with some friends, my friends in Canada, and he led me to Psalm 30, and I just want to read it right now. I will extol thee, O Yahweh, for thou hast lifted me up, and you have not made my foes to rejoice over me. O Yahweh, my Elohim, I cried unto thee, and you have healed me. O Yahweh, thou hast brought up my soul from the grave. Thou hast kept me alive, that I should not go down to the pit. Sing unto Yahweh, O you saints of His, and give thanks at the remembrance of His holiness. For His anger endures but a moment, and in His favor is life. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. And in my prosperity I said, I shall never be moved. Yahweh, by your favor you have made my mountain to stand strong. You did hide your face, and I was troubled. I cried to you, O Yahweh, and unto Yahweh I made supplication. What profit is there in my blood when I go down to the pit? Shall the dust praise you? Shall it declare your truth? Hear, O Yahweh, and have mercy upon me. Yahweh, be thou my helper. Thou hast turned for me my mourning into dancing. Hallelujah. Thou hast put off my sackcloth and girded me with gladness, to the end that my glory may sing praise to thee, and not be silent. O Yahweh, my Elohim, I will give thanks unto thee forever. Hallelujah. The thing I love about the Psalms is they go through the wide range of emotions. You know, David and the others who wrote these Psalms, they were never afraid to express their full emotions to Yahshua, and yet they were always very, very thankful to Him. So I love that. I love that. Oh, last Shabbat, there was just this huge breakthrough at the congregation that I attend, KHM. We all had to meet in sort of a smaller room because the sanctuary that we normally use was being used for other purposes. And Philip, who goes there, was able to use his guitar to lead the praise and worship. And man, the Spirit just came in so powerfully, and it was just awesome. It was just a major breakthrough at KHM. And then when the pastor was giving his lesson, we were able to interact with him, and it was more like a kind of like styled almost like a Jewish synagogue, where there was actually interaction between us and the pastor, and it was just a really edifying time. So that was a huge blessing. And then Jerry and I, we went to a park toward sunset, toward evening, and just had a really good time of preaching and interacting with people there, and just reaching people that are still embracing the message, still wanting to, or at least being edified by some of the things that we're saying. Of course, obviously, we're always going to have people that don't like what we're saying, because people generally in this culture don't like the truth. But it's always a blessing to have someone, like I had this one guy named Isaac. He came up and actually shook my hand and was very edified by the things that we were preaching. So that was a huge encouragement. So it was a huge breakthrough Shabbat, last Shabbat. And of course, I guess the kickback this week is it's been a huge struggle of a week. But now that it's Shabbat again, I'm just so rejoicing. I'm so rejoicing, and it's such a blessing. Shabbat is such a blessing. Especially after you have a week where there's a lot of struggles. It's like, thank you, Yah. That's what I love about His commandments, is that as long as our heart's right with Him, we love Him. His commandments are always such a blessing to us. always such a blessing. And I'm very thankful for that. Hallelujah. Well, this is just a very short podcast. I want to wish you all a very wonderful Shabbat Shalom. And remember, when you go through struggles or you have things that are difficult in your life, just always remember that Yah is good. He is good, and look at all the blessings that He's given you, and just keep focused on Him. Hallelujah. And I preach that to myself just as much as I say that to you guys. Hallelujah. Shabbat Shalom. The website is www.spiritandtorah.com.